Welcome to Allowed to Talk. And today I want to talk about acting. They call people who act actors. And because the reason they call them actors is because they're not really themselves. They are playing a part. They're in a play or a musical or a movie or a TV show, and they're playing a character. Now, acting, you hear the word acting as a child. You're not acting right. You're acting like a 2-year-old when you're 5 or 6. You're acting like a 2-year-old. And actually, when a parent says that, I cringe because the child is 5 years old and they're acting like themselves. And you're raising adults, of course. And by saying you're acting like a 2-year-old, you're talking to them like they're a 2-year-old. And what are they supposed to do when you say you're acting like a 2-year-old? Do they even know how a 2-year-old acts? Because when they were two and they did things, they don't remember being 2 years old. Most people don't. The majority of us don't remember being 2 years old. So when I hear a parent say you're acting like a 2-year-old, or now as an adult at my age especially, I'm old, if you say I'm acting like a 2-year-old, I'll know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. And yes, I've acted like, I'm going to say 7-year-old, because at age 2, I don't remember a thing of what was going on, but it does affect you. You have to be held and nurtured as a child and validated and told you're doing okay. You don't even have to be told, oh, you're going to be this when you grow up, you're going to be that, or you're special, or you can do anything you want and you can be anybody you want. Because the truth is you can't. If you don't have talent, you can't be a ballerina or a speaker if you don't have the talent to speak. So but you can speak. Like, I'm allowed to talk, and that's the name of my show. But acting, you're not, I heard this as a kid, and I'll just say it. You're not acting like a Christian. Well, a Christian, how do they act? We're sinners too. We're saved by grace. That's not an excuse. It's just that I make mistakes. You make mistakes. We all make mistakes. And when you're married, you should act like you love that person, or do you really love that person? Are you acting, or do you really love that person and you're willing to compromise and talk about things and not have someone say you're acting like this or you're acting like that? Because you're not an actor. You be yourself. And sometimes people say go by your gut feeling or go by your heart. Well, your heart is basically wicked. So when the guy I know ends up having an affair, because I know this person, I'm not going to say names, and he tells his wife a year later, I made a big mistake and I love you and I'm sorry and let's work it out. And the wife is heartbroken, and I know she probably goes and cries on her own. Where she's from, I'm not in the same state as her now. I live in a different state. But it hurts. When you do something like that, you're not just affecting yourself and the person you cheat with. It affects children, because the children blame themselves. And of course they're going to act different because they want that nurturing and validation. So you can act and pretend you're not someone that you really are. Or you can talk to the person and try to work it out, or get divorced, whatever. Just don't let the kids suffer as much as the wife is. And I know a wife who her husband cheated all the time. And she'd say, I don't want to know. I believe he is. He stays out all night sometimes, and he goes to bars and doesn't come home for a day or two and comes home drunk. And I'm pretty sure he is, but I just don't want to know. I'm not going to ask him. There's that kind of wife who's acting. She's just pretending it's okay. There's those who have the gut feeling and they question it and they act like their reactions, like all of us have a personality, but their actions are what people say they're crazy, because they get all emotional and they don't regulate their emotions and they just go berserk. And then it's all blamed on them. Well, he should leave her anyway because she's crazy. She needs help. She needs help. Well, I'm not acting like anything anymore. I'm me, and I'm a sinner saved by grace. So, I'm not acting like a Christian now, am I? They want to suck the life out of you, people. People that see you're trying to live right because you're saved by grace and you love Jesus and he first loved you. You don't have to have the life sucked out of you. You're supposed to go into the world and make disciples out of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. But Jesus already died for people. Just tell them about Jesus. You don't have to act any way or pretend anything. Just be yourself. So stop acting and be yourself. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. And to add to that, honesty is the best policy. So stop acting like it isn't.